Today we are talking about Scramblers, and Scrambler motorcycles are something that are very interesting because you get the benefit of having a normal motorcycle and an adventure motorcycle both combined together. And यहाँ पे Scrambler motorcycles में सबसे अफोर्डेबल है ESG Scrambler. अभी ESG के साथ आने वाली Scrambler को ये स्क्रैम है ना, थोड़ा फम्बलिंग वर्ड भी है, तो अगर फंबल कर दे तो प्लीज़ माइंड मत करना. ESG Scrambler is something that's coming at a cost of 2.5 lakh rupees on road Mumbai and has one or two variants, and that's about it. But then again, there are multiple other motorcycles that have captured the market, and ESG has been or will be putting out an update on 15th of this month. So I'm looking out for adventure or a Scrambler or a new motorcycle altogether. या तो maybe बस थोड़ा बहुत update हो जाएगा. That said, the next motorcycle we'll talk about is the Triumph Scrambler 400X. Now this is the one that has changed the market because Triumph Speed 400 के base पे ही बनी गई है ये motorcycle with long travel suspension, a 19-inch front wheel, and this motorcycle actually rides really well. So if you're considering a Scrambler at a budget 2.6 lakhs तक ये आने वाली motorcycle is a perfect pick to buy. Triumph Scrambler 400X. If you consider the on-road price of this Scrambler, it is somewhere close to 3.2 lakh rupees. तो 3.2 तक जाएगा, मतलब 3 लाख प्लस जाएगा इसका मॉडल. बट इफ यू कंसिडर द एक्स शोरूम प्राइस 260 270 के आसपास ही है. एंड if you want a motorcycle that is under 2.5 lakh rupees or close to 2.5 lakh rupees on road, then you should consider Royal Enfield Scram 440. Now you get a 440cc engine. It is the same 411 engine जो 440 में किया गया है. We rode this motorcycle some time back and I had compared this with the Himalayan 450 and I said it clearly. Like ये price bracket में 440 makes a lot of sense. You get alloys, you get long travel suspension and a very easy to ride motorcycle. Handlebar का feedback बहुत अच्छा मिलता है आपको. You get semi-digital cluster and connectivity features also with a tripometer that can be added later. Overall ये मोटरसाइकिल में बहुत मज़ा आएगा and Scram 440 sits in right at 2.5 lakh rupees on road and goes up to 2.8 for multiple color options. अभी Royal Enfield से आने वाली और एक Scrambler मोटरसाइकिल है. This is based on the 650. Now this Scrambler motorcycle does not really work well in India, gel well in India. The reason being that it is not really a Scrambler as such. It is something like an Interceptor जिसको Scrambler type बनाया गया है and it is called the Bear 650. Royal Enfield Bear 650 is actually a decent motorcycle coming at a cost of 4 lakh rupees, but then the biggest problem is the suspension set is a little too hard. Now the same issue that was there with the ESG Scrambler has been continued on the Scrambler over here. Actually I cannot get the Scrambler, it is the Bear 650, but it is technically the Scrambler 650. That said, Royal Enfield Scrambler नहीं लॉन्च करना चाहता है and that's why they're calling it Bear and there is a lot of history behind it and उसका भी एक अलग वीडियो आ जाएगा. And यहाँ पे सारी बजट Scramblers कंप्लीट हो जाती हैं. That is the only set of motorcycles we have. Honda की CB350 RS is somewhat of a Scrambler because of the dual purpose tire, but suspension travel नहीं मिलता है and you don't really get that much of easiness to ride. It is easy but you don't really get the freedom to ride off the road. Hence I will not consider this over here. That said, you can get the Benelli Leoncino coming at a cost of 6.5 lakh rupees. बहुत rarely मिलती है. And there's another brand, Brixton Crossfire. Brixton motorcycles का Crossfire variant, which is a 500, and that also comes at the same cost of 6.5 to 7 lakh rupees. अब तो Brixton का आता पता है नहीं. Brixton is basically available only in Kolhapur because where their factory is, but that's about it. Benelli has the same case. Nobody really buys it. And then comes Motomorini under the same Benelli family. Motomorini Simezo 650, that is also 6.5 they call it. It is also a Scrambler motorcycle. It gets a decent set of power. It gets the same 650cc motor that does duty in the Ninja versus all of that with a different state of tune because of the part sharing that is there, agreement that is there, and because of that you get same set engine. मतलब उसके parts भी बैठ जाएंगे इसके अंदर. Kawasaki के parts Benelli में बैठते हैं तो engine वो ऐसा ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं. So you get the same engine, upside down forks, a decent looking motorcycle, but I don't really appreciate it that much. And then comes two unique motorcycles, one from Triumph, the Triumph Scrambler. It gets a 900 as well as a 1200, and then there is a Ducati Scrambler. Ducati Scrambler is a 700-800 के आसपास जो है वो motorcycle basically 900 ही है, and there's a 1100 also. So you get both the base variants, which is somewhere close to 900 and 800 for the Ducati and the Triumph Scramblers, and there's a 1200 1100 also. So that becomes extreme, like proper extreme scrambling. Why you should consider buying a Scrambler? Number one point, it is lightweight. It is very easy to ride because a Scrambler is a base of a street motorcycle and has a suspension and components coming from an adventure. Adventure जितना heavy नहीं है and this motorcycles become lighter to ride. Second point is the style statement. Scrambler motorcycles always look like a classic motorcycle being pulled and made purposeful, and that is what the use case is. They don't look any super modern or immature like other motorcycles. ये proper more than mature motorcycle लगते हैं and they look really nice. The third point is the long ride comfort without the weight to carry. Scrambler motorcycles have enough weight so that they are light to throw around in soft gravel and all of that, but they have the capability to go longer distances because of the long travel suspension and a very stable body line. These bikes also become perfect daily drivers if you are tall enough, or if you want to jump over speed breakers, or if there's a use case that you have to go through bad patch of roads to get to your work or something like that. This is where Scramblers shine. Scramblers are powerful enough. When I say this, you do not get anything lower than a 350cc in a Scrambler category, even in India, and hence Scramblers are powerful enough. So these are the major points why you should buy a Scrambler over any other motorcycle. And if you don't want something that's extreme as an adventure, but you don't want a street bike either, so ये सब reasons की वजह से Scrambler motorcycles fit in perfectly. All the Scrambler motorcycles have already been mentioned. So whichever you like, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And these are the set of top Scrambler motorcycles available in India. What do you think of this? Let me know in the comments below, because this becomes a personal preference over a lot of other things. And if you own one, why do you like it, and why do you want to own or suggest more people to get Scramblers? Let me know that as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.